Oh, my eye hurts. Wait a minute. My eye's not hurting, but yeah. I'm really hoping I do get abducted by aliens, but yeah. Which I really hope I do get abducted by aliens, just like Elio. Wait a minute. Speaking of Elio, and today, guys, I'm going to be doing my movie review, and this time it's going to be on Elio, which I saw 2 days ago on Thursday, June 26th of this year. So yeah, even though it came out last Friday on June 20th of this year. So yeah, guys. So today I am going to be reviewing Elio, which I finally saw the movie on Thursday. I finally saw the movie in theaters on Thursday, June 26th of 2025, which I'm so happy that I saw that movie in theaters. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it does become a sleeper hit like Elemental, which I'm really hoping it does actually. I'm really hoping that it does get the same word of mouth as Elemental, even though it did get an A on Cinema Score. I really hope you guys do support this movie. So yeah, guys, and also guys. So I am gonna go right over here and say cue the intro actually, which I'm gonna be doing in quite a bit actually. I mean, um, I might possibly be an ambassador. I might possibly be an ambassador of the Cume universe, which I'm just kidding, I'm not. So now, guys, I'm gonna go right over here and say cue the intro actually, which, speaking of which, I'm gonna be doing right now. Cue the intro. What a way to be seeing the city, and so many roam to. We'll call it home too. And then just like now we can say, we're just two friends, two good friends, two best friends. Wait a minute. I'm talking about the wrong movie, actually. Which today, guys, I am going to be reviewing this movie right now today, actually. Even though this is my last review of June of 2025. So without further ado, let's get this started. Guys. So today, I'm going to be reviewing this movie right now. So please enjoy this review. Hey guys, this is Evan's Disney's Film Pictures 2025 here, and today, guess what, guys? And today, I'm going to be doing my movie review, and this time it's going to be on Elio, came in the year of 2025. Guys, so note, guys, I did see this movie in theaters 2 days ago, on Thursday, June 26th on my channels. I'm going to say, I did see this movie in theaters on June 26th of this year of 2025, which was a Thursday. Actually, I saw it in Cinemark theaters and in Marvel. Guys, so I'm gonna be reading this plot on the internet right now. Guys, so basically what the plot's about, Elio, an underdog, with an active imagination, finds himself after beamed up to the Cume universe, and also in an independently organization with representatives from the galaxies far and wide, and also mistakenly inflated it as Earth's ambassador to the rest of the universe, and also starts to form new bonds of the galactic of the galactic aliens, while discovering who he truly meant to be. Guys, so that's basically what the plot's about this movie. Guys, and I did know that this movie did have its world premiere at the Champlain Theater on June 10th of 2025 as well, and it did get released on it did get released on June 20th of 2025 as well, which yeah. And also, fun fact, guys, I did know that this movie did have Pixar's worst opening, yeah. And there were just people in there just panicking that it failed, and they're panicking that Pixar is just going to only make sequels, but yeah, which they're kind of forgetting that these people on the internet are kind of forgetting that Pixar is still making original films, which even though we do have Hoppers next year, even though yes we are getting Toy Story 5 next year, and yeah we're getting Gato in 2027, which is going to be directed by Elio, director, which is going to be directed by Luca director Elio, which I definitely can't wait for, which I loved Luca actually, which I'm planning on rewatching it this year actually, possibly, which I am thinking about it actually. So yeah. Excuse me guys, I just burped actually, just excuse me guys, yeah. Just excuse me guys, yeah. But now let's get back to the reviews, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. This movie has been getting really positive word of mouth, and I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that it does become a sleeper hit just like Elemental, which yeah. And also yeah. And also I'm gonna read the production history on the movie right now, which on Wikipedia. So yeah, guys. So in September of 2022, during the D23 during the 2022 D23 Expo, Pixar announced a new original film titled Elio, with Angela Molina set to direct, and also and also Mary Alice Drum set to produce, and also it would have marked Molina's directorial Molina's feature-length solo directing debut after he co-directed and co-written Coco, and also Molina and Drum also talked about the film, and also and posed the question, what if you were not alone in the universe, and had everything you have heard about aliens is true. The question is true. And shortly after the announcement, there was a planned glitch screen delivering the message with aliens text saying, "Bring us your leader," and also Melina actually just excuse me guys, I just burped again, so yeah, so just excuse me guys again, so yeah, so now back into the review, so yeah. And also the film was also converted by Melina as a personal coming of age story about a young full alienation, and also Molina was inspired by his childhood growing up in the military and eventful involvement of California Institute of Arts when he was developing the story. Madeline Sharifin described his feelings of the private art school, saying that he felt like he's found his people there, and also he found his world. And also after working on the project for a couple of years, Molina felt like he unremarkably wasn't the one to see it, to the finish line. Also after even though I didn't know that Pixar, even though Angelo Molina was gonna direct the movie, he did direct like halfway through the production actually. But yeah, even though he left the project halfway through the production, which yeah. And also even though Pixar has done that before with Brave and The Good Dinosaur, which yeah. And yeah, even though he decided to exit the film to work on Coco 2, even though he is directing the movie with Lee Unkrich, which yeah. Even though I definitely think making a Coco sequel is not that bad actually, but yeah, I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that Lee Unkrich can also make Miguel older, just like what he did with Toy Story 3 with Andy. I'm really hoping that he does that with Coco 2 actually, which yeah. And also in June of 2024, Chief Creative Officer in June 2024, Chief Creative in June of 2024, Pixar's Chief Creative Officer Pete Docter revealed that Turning Red director Domi Shi was working on the film, and she was she was actually announced as the new director at the D23 Expo in August of 2024 alongside Madeline Sharafin, who actually previously worked on the storyboards for the film, and also the screenplay was also written by Julia Chio and even Hammer, Mark Hammer, and even Mike Jones, which Cho actually co-written Turning Red, while Jones actually co-written Soul, and Luca as well. And also during the production, they researched the topic of loneliness, and also the directors talked to psychiatrists, including Vicky Morrison, and about child's loneliness and grief, and also Sharafin said that everybody's feeling it, and as we learn more about it as a crew, we realize we are like, wait a minute, I'm really alone right now. Which yeah, even though fun fact, I did know that America Ferrera was supposed to voice even though America Ferrera was supposed to voice Olga Solis, which is actually Elio Solis' parent. Which fun fact, she was supposed to be a mother. Which we did see like a little bit of her voice in the original teaser trailer back in June of 2023. Actually, yeah. Even though because of her schedule, even though she did record a bunch of her lines in the original version, but she was only like halfway through it. But also, even though she was coming off of the massive success of Barbie, actually, but also but because of her schedule, she couldn't come back to record new lines for the new version, so she did get replaced by Zoe Saldana, which now she's actually Olga Solis is actually Elio's aunt instead of her mother, which Olga Solis, I meant to say now Olga Solis is now Elio's aunt instead of his mother, actually, which and also even though also fun fact, Elio actually marks the final film from Pixar veteran Hershey Jessup, who also did the production design for Coco, which is definitely my favorite movie of all time. And also and even with visual effects supervisor Charna Chanam and Sylvie, which even though Pixar's new lunar lighting allowed the yellow team to actually defy the lighting and in camera at the same time to pinpoint the artistic in early development, and also in CGI animation, and also traditionally the last step of the visuals, unlike live action where the camera and lighting were done simultaneously. Which and also which even though this movie does have a lot of sci-fi references in this movie, like they did pull inspiration from E.T. E.T. the extraterrestrial, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and also and even release even Alien, and even The Thing, actually. But even though guys. So what do I think of this movie? I have to say, this is definitely a really great Pixar movie. Yes, even though I do have some issues with the movie, but that's okay. Even though I'm not going to talk about them because I want to be more positive in my reviews, actually. So I really want to be more positive in my reviews, actually, now. So I really want to focus on the stuff that I actually enjoy rather than the stuff I hate. So now back into the reviews. So I mean, I really had fun with this movie. I really had fun seeing this movie in theaters, and I really hope that this movie does get the same word of mouth as Elemental, which it is actually, and also and also even the actor who actually played Elio, Jonas Kiprade as Elio Solis, which I thought he was really great in the movie as well, which and even he voiced the other Elio as well, which is actually fun fact. He did do sci-fi. He did do references to The Thing actually, which I know that movie is very disturbing actually. And one of John Carpenter. I know that at the time John Carpenter's The Thing did get mixed reviews, and it became a flop back then, but now it's highly beloved now. But yeah, and also yeah, which I thought that Jonas Kiprid was definitely really great as Elio, which yeah, which honestly he was definitely really great actually, which yeah, and definitely really believable. Like yeah, like honestly, yeah, you definitely are like Elio, where you're basically alone actually, and you want you definitely want to do something actually, because you definitely do want you definitely want have to make friends actually, which yeah, which honestly yeah, Elio was definitely a very believable character, and he's definitely really likable as well, which yeah, just excuse me as in just excuse me guys, I just burped actually, so yeah, just excuse me guys, yeah. And also Zoe Saldana as Olga Solis, which who was originally going to be Elio's mother, but now she's Elio's aunt, which yeah, which I honestly thought that Zoe Saldana, which yes, she's actually the same actress who was in Avatar, who played Neytiri in Avatar, and also Avatar: The Way of Water, and also and she also played Gamora in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and also she also played Gamora in Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame, which yeah, even though she died in Avengers: Endgame, even though she came back to life in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so yeah, even though she is going to be coming back as Neytiri in Avatar Fire and Ash actually later this year in December of 2025, so yeah. But I honestly thought she was also really good in this movie as Olga Solis actually. And even Brad Garrett, who also did voice Lord Grogon in the movie, he was also really good in the film as well. But yeah, it's great also to see him in another Pixar movie, which yeah. And also, but yeah, I know that he was in a Pixar movie before. Like, he was in, I know that, yes, he did play Hook Hand in in that um in that 2010 Disney movie with Tangled, and also he actually did voice he actually also did voice and he also did and he was also in A Bug's Life, Brad he was in Ratatouille, and also he was also in Finding Nemo and Finding Dory actually, which yeah. And even the rest of the even the also yeah, even also fuck that, also Bob Peterson, I forgot to mention, yeah, Bob Peterson, who also did voice the Universal User's Manual, which I thought he was really good in the movie, which yeah, he did voice my favorite character in Up with Doug, which I thought Doug was absolutely adorable actually. Definitely my favorite character in Up. He was so adorable actually. Which yeah, and he also did voice Roz and also on fun fact, also Bob Peterson also voiced Roz in Monsters Incorporated, which I thought was also one of the funniest characters in Monsters Incorporated, especially her low voice is just so funny. But yeah, I'm always watching you, Wazowski. I'm always watching you. Yeah, yeah. And also yeah. And also I do like the relationship. Also, I forgot to mention um Remy Leonard, I got to mention, and also yes, I forgot to mention Remy um Eg, Remy Green as Glorden, which is Lord Grogon's son actually, which I honestly thought he was also really good in the film as well, which yeah, and also really great in the film as well, which I thought the relationship between Elio and Glorden in this movie is very sweet and also really heartfelt in this movie as well, which I excuse me guys, again I just burped actually, so yeah, so just excuse me guys, so yeah, but I definitely thought that his relationship with Elio was very sweet actually, and also really relatable as well, and also pretty emotional. So yeah, and also yeah, I definitely thought yeah, even the cast in this movie was definitely really great in this film. Which yeah, you can definitely tell that the actors in this movie had a lot of fun recording their lines in this movie. Which yeah, I mean it definitely does. And honestly, yeah, even though the actors in this movie felt like they had so much fun making the movie, but yeah, it definitely does tell in their performances in this movie. So yeah, that they just had so much fun making the movie, and also yeah, even though this movie does have a budget of 150 million, which I know that that article that came out a month ago, that World of Real article, I did say that this movie did have a $300 million budget, which is false actually, which is not true, because honestly, this movie is not $300 million actually, which is false. Which yeah, which honestly, this movie doesn't cost 300 million. Which yeah, even though if this movie was 300 million, it would mean really difficult to profit. But yeah, even though I'm really hoping that this movie does get the same word of mouth as Elemental, which I'm really hoping it does. I'm really hoping, yeah, it did get an A on Cinema Score, which is great actually. Which yeah, and also yeah, and I forgot to mention that this movie is actually an hour and 48 minutes, and yeah, this movie is actually 98 minutes long actually. Which also yeah, and also yeah. And also fun fact, the replacement directors I thought, the replacement directors Madeline Sharifian and Domishi, who also did direct this movie, I thought did really good directing this movie. Which yeah, it's great to see Domishi actually making another movie at Pixar. But this time, it's great to see her tackle sci-fi this time actually. But yeah, even though she didn't tackle sci-fi before, but she did in this movie. Even though her last movie was actually a comedy, which which her last movie was definitely a hilarious comedy with Turning Red, which I love Turning Red actually, which I would consider it to be one of Pixar's more funniest movies actually, and also even her short film Belle, which I still love, which honestly that short was definitely really fantastic. Actually, definitely my personal favorite Pixar short actually, which yeah. Even though it's great to see that Angel and Molina still did get a director's credit, even though even though Manuel Sheriffin and Domishi did pay respect to him actually, even if even if he actually left the project, even though yeah, I to be honest, this is actually much better than this is actually much better, to be honest, it's actually much better than Madeline Sharif. Honestly, I definitely think that honestly, yeah, it's honestly much better than what Mark Andrews did with Brave actually, which Mark Andrews actually thrown um Brendan Chapman under the bus actually, but yeah, but it's great to see that Madeline Sharifin and Domishi did pay respect to Angela Molina. And also fun fact, Angela Molina did work with Madeline Sharifin on the Pixar short film Bora, which I'm planning on re-reviewing actually in the future. So yeah, and also yeah, and also yeah, and also yeah, and also yeah, this movie is definitely worth watching in theaters actually, especially if you are a big fan of Pixar and you do want to see more original films from Pixar actually. But yeah, and also yeah, and also I am gonna, and even this movie is produced by even though this movie is also produced by Mary Alice Drum, which I find she did really good producing this movie as well, which I forgot to mention actually. And also and even though yeah, and even though he did get, even though Angel Moya just still got a director's credit, even though we don't see it in the end the first in the first credit of the movie actually, even though we do see it at the end credit, it's actually, which yeah, very end of the credits actually. So yeah, and also yeah, and also yeah, even though um even though there are references, also spoilers, when Elio turns into Goo, when that Elio actually turns into Goo, he does a reference to he actually does do a reference to Terminator 2, Judgment Day, when he is actually beginning to turn to you. He actually gives a thumbs up to that normal Elio, which is definitely a reference to Terminator 2 actually, which yeah. And even he does references to The Thing actually, which yeah. And also yeah, even though I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, even the sci-fi references of this movie, like The Thing, were definitely really funny actually. So yeah, even though it does have horror sci-fi references. So yeah, guys. I mean, even though also yeah, this movie it also yeah, I mean I know that Elio in this movie doesn't want to feel alone anymore because he always wanted to be abducted by aliens, but yeah, which he always wanted to for his entire life. Which also, fun fact, guys, originally he was also looking at that original teaser trailer. I can understand why Pixar decided to rework the story because it definitely did show um some problems actually, which yeah, but honestly, inciting incidents need to feel natural actually, which yeah, also yeah, even though originally he just got abducted by aliens out of nowhere, which yeah, even though he didn't want to be abducted by aliens in the original version, even though he was put on trial, so he has to go to save the King universe. So yeah, even though fun fact, Lord Grogon was supposed to be a part of the King universe, but he decided to, but he did get rejected. But in this version, he got rejected by the King universe actually, which yeah, but also yeah, even though this movie was originally gonna be shot in this aspect ratio, but I think having it in a much more wider one definitely does make sense to match the sci-fi tone of the movie. But yeah, and also yeah, and also I think I'm changing um Olga Solis is to Elio's mother to Elio's aunt definitely makes a lot of sense because it gives the story a lot more depth actually. So yeah, and also I even thought their relationship, Elio's relationship with Olga Solis was also really sweet as well. Which yeah, and also and even also and even though also fun fact, Elio's clone was originally going to be evil in this movie. Looking at that concept art, I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm actually happy that they didn't go with that version because it sounds very similar to Lightyear actually, which yeah, even though looking at the original plot description that I found on Twitter, I can understand why Pixar decided wasn't happy with that version because I can understand why that version did not work actually, which yeah, because it definitely did show some major problems actually. I can understand why Pixar wasn't happy with it that they said sorry I almost dropped this actually. So I can understand why Pixar wasn't happy with it, but yeah, I can understand why they said to rework it actually and make it more relatable and even improving Elio's character actually, which yeah, and also yeah. So yeah, guys. So now let's talk about the music and the score of this movie, which is actually composed by Rob Samson, which he also did compose last year with Deadpool and Wolverine, which honestly, I thought his score in this movie is definitely really fantastic and really beautiful as well. Which yeah, also definitely fits the I mean his score in this movie definitely fits that sci-fi theme of the film and even the theme of loneliness in this movie so well actually. So yeah, and now let's talk about the animation of this movie, which, I mean, it's Pixar. I mean, what do you expect? They always have great animation, but yeah, even yeah, the animation in this movie is gorgeous actually, which yeah, and even the universe in this movie looks phenomenal. And even though the character designs do look cartoony, but even though the human character designs do look cartoony, but it definitely does work actually. So yeah. And also, yeah, even the design on the aliens definitely do look really phenomenal as well, and also really creative as well. Even though their designs may be simple, but in execution there's a wide diversity of them, which yeah, they definitely do look distinct from one another. Which yeah, even though yeah, the designs of the aliens do look fantastic as well. So yeah, guys. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the animation in this movie is just gorgeous, actually. So, yeah, guys. So, overall, guys, I have nothing else to say about this movie, Elio. So, yeah, guys. So, if you haven't seen Elio, where you've been, how I recommend it. So yeah, I'm really hoping you see this movie in theaters. I'm really hoping it does get great word of mouth. So yeah, guys. So overall, guys, I am going to give Elio a 9 out of 10. Great movie. So yeah, guys. So what do you think of my movie review on Elio? So yeah, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe my channel, and make sure to like this video. So yeah, guys. So stay tuned. So yeah, guys. So my June reviews of this year are officially wrapped. They're over, and now let's move on to July of this year for my July reviews of 2025. So yeah, so with the first one being my re-review on Lava, which I'm going to be reviewing, which I'm going to be actually reviewing this Tuesday on my channel on July 1st of this year, so soon as well. And also stay tuned for my second review of July 2025 with my movie review on Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, which I'm going to be reviewing on July 4th of this year. So, which I'm going to be reviewing on Friday, July 4th of this year. So, soon as well. So, yeah. So, before I go, guys, I'm going to sing for you guys right now. So, yeah. Who's your favorite fearless hero? Who's your favorite fearless hero? I am ready, come on, I'm ready. I'm impatient in setbacks and steady. Bless me now as you blessed us all those years ago when you gave us a miracle. Am I too late for a miracle? Remember me, though I have to say goodbye, remember me. I'm just Ken, anywhere else I'd be a 10. Is it my destiny to live in barren life or perpetuity? I'm just Ken, anywhere else I see's a friend. When it take for her to see the man behind the tent and fight for me. See the light where the sky may see, it calls me and no one knows before it goes. If the wind of my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go. Oh, tell them how I defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. So yeah, I'll see you guys there, and bye.